Alright, in this vid I'm going to be showing quite a few more things that I've been getting in the mail over the past good week or so. Nationals is coming up in, man, a week. Yeah, I think, yeah, I leave in exactly a week. A week from today I will be on the road driving to Indianapolis for my first ever Nationals competition. The reason I mention that is because I got a really cool FCBM in the mail today from my good friend Perry, also known as pgmcsskater, with a Rev Mancino, the little chinchilla. This is a card that I plan on running in my deck, and I'm attempting to completely rev out my deck. It will be the first time that I have played with a completely rev deck, and I think for my first Nationals competition, be kind of cool to say that I was completely revved out. Usually I'm not really big on rev, non-rev. If I have the card, I'll play it. But I don't know. I've got the, if I can get all the cards to rev it out, might as well do it. And, you know, it's Nationals. It's, like I said, my first Nationals. I'm looking forward to having a lot of fun and, having a good time. So, Rev Mancino, thank you so much for the FCBM. Yeah, and I know you're looking for slowpokes from Undaunted. If I can find any, actually, since I'm in this video, if anyone has any reverse slowpokes from Undaunted, please go PM. Which, actually, there we go. There it goes, focus. pgmcsskater. He's looking for them, so, I know he will trade for them. So, definitely go check that out, and, see if you can help him out. So, thanks again for the little chinchilla. Very much appreciate it. Still need, I think, one more to make my chinchillas completely revved out. However, I am getting, I think, 2, maybe 3 in the mail. Question is are they going to come in time for Nats? If not, I'm just going to be borrowing, I think, the last few cards I need to rev my deck out from people. But that works too. So I'll quit rambling. Oh, and I kind of feel bad that you had to waste a stamp on mailing it. Yeah, let me know if you want me to give you a stamp next time I see you. 'Cause, yeah, could have just sent it with John at some point. Then again, he might not have, I don't know, John gets particular about that stuff too sometimes, I guess. Yeah, I'm just kind of rambling to myself. I'm quite tired. So let's go ahead and go on to the next TCBM. Actually, this is, I don't know what to call this. This is kind of a BCBM, but not really for cards. This is from Pikachucollector. He had some issues, I think, with a sibling of his or something like that. And he needed, at first it started off, it sounded pretty easy. He just needed 10 bucks in his PayPal account, but he didn't have a way to get money into his PayPal account. So he just sent me 10 bucks in cash, and I put 10 bucks into his PayPal account. Well, then turns out that he needed the $10 in his PayPal account to buy something off of Amazon, a Canadian $10 gift card. Well, Amazon doesn't accept PayPal. So I said, well, return the money through PayPal and I'll just buy the Amazon card and, you know, do it that way. Then the problem came with Canadian dollars versus American dollars. There's not much of a difference, but there is a difference. Canadian dollars are more, US dollars are less. So technically he didn't send enough money. So he was going to send $1, but as his note says, he couldn't find $1. So he had to send these instead. So the difference between the currencies was equivalent to about 40 cents. So he sent 40 cents. So yeah. I'll go ahead and buy that gift card for you and email it to the guy whose address you sent me to, and hopefully all of that will be straightened out. Yeah, so again, that is Pikachucollector. That's, I'm not quite sure what to call it. I mean, it's kind of a BCBM. I did, when I do things like that, I do charge like a small 5 to 10% fee, just for the time it takes for me to like take the cash to the bank and deposit it, so I can then pay the credit card bill, just that sort of stuff. So it technically is like a buy something by mail. It's more like buy services by mail, I guess. But yeah. So, next trade we have, this is my first trade with TheColbyMartin. And I think he's actually a new PokeTuber. I apologize if I'm wrong, but I don't recall seeing you around too much. This is definitely my first trade with him, I can tell you that much. Hope you can send some alright extras too. I think I just read the end of the note. I did already send your cards out, and I did send some extras too. Note says, "Hey Computer 3 and CSU, this is TheColbyMartin. Here is the trade for the full art Reshiram. I saw you want some other cards, so here you go." And there's my name. And then, yeah, the back of his note said, "Hope you can send some good extras too." So I sent some extras. I hope you like them. So our trade, this is actually kind of a two-part trade. Yeah, so the first part of the trade was for a full art Reshiram. I need to keep track of how many full art Reshirams and full art Zekrams I have. I'm trying to get a full playset of each, just because they're really, really cool looking. And then once I have those, I can put my holos and reverses up for trade. But I really like the full arts. So that was our first trade. Our second trade, if I remember right, was for these two reverse darkness energy for my deck. And it's actually in one of here. But the rest of these are actually all extras. So I'll show you the card that was part of the trade when I get to it. So as extras, oh, here we go. This is it, a reverse Pachirisu. Unfortunately, he didn't realize there were two reverse Pachirisus, or multiple reverse Pachirisus. I think there are more than two. I'm looking for the Pachirisu from the newer sets. This is from the older Supreme Victor set. I need the one that has the jolt acceleration or something like that. It's got the Pokebody where if you put it down on your bench, you can attach 2 lightning energy from your hand directly to it without having to pay like that energy cost for your turn. So that's the Pachirisu I'm looking for. But it's okay, it's an honest mistake, and yeah, he wasn't asking too much for them, so I went ahead and just sent the cards from the full trade anyways. That, and he sent such awesome extras that I think it pretty much made up for the value of or the difference in value. So, got the reverse Pachirisu, and that is from Supreme Victors, and is it a rare? Nope, it's just a common. We have the Clefable reverse from Call of Legends, and this is a rare. A old school Blastoise from the base set. Does have some damage. This is going to be, this one will be up for trade, so that's why I mentioned the damage conditions, but still a really, really cool card, and actually, it's got some wrinkles, like, right along the side, but there's, like, no scratches. I mean, there's, like, a few tiny little dings that, you know, you expect to see on older cards, but there's no, like, huge scratches on it that I would expect, so that's kind of cool. Base 2 Snorlax. This is really cool. The Tangrowth with the Crystal Shard. This is the theme deck promo Tangrowth. Really cool grind Tangrowth. I like this card a lot. Sabrina's Haunter from Gym Heroes. It's just a really cool looking card. And then into his other pack of extras, we've got Electivire Rare Reverse from Secret Wonders. Meowth, Game Boy, I think this is the Game Boy Color. No, this isn't the one. This is another promo from the EX series, I believe. The Game Boy Color promo is a different one. Alright, we've got the really nice Espeon Holo from Neo Discovery. Really good extras, by the way. Electivire FB Holo from Supreme Victors. Superior Holo from Black and White, and actually, the day that I pulled this, I think it came in the mail yesterday. No, I'm sorry, 2 days ago, because I mailed your cards yesterday. If I'm mixing all my days up with summer. I got another person that I was working out a trade with, and she said that she was looking, I think it's a she, it may be a he. This trader, it was looking for this Superior, the Holo, but the non-ability one. So this is actually going directly to that trader. So this was a perfect extra. I love it when I'm able to use extras that I already have in my collection, or, you know, don't need any more of for decks or something like that. And able just to turn them right around and, you know, trade them to someone who does need them. So that's really cool. And the last card is a Pidgeot Rare Reverse. I think it's a rare. Yep, it's a rare. From Expedition. So, we've got lots of good old school extras, and then some really good new stuff for my decks. So, this vid's over 10 minutes, so I guess I will make another vid showing the last two. So, yeah, thanks for everyone's patience and those of you that actually sit here and listen to all my rambling. So, alrighty, stay tuned for more trades.